What's going on, good people? So we back with another F1 minute. It is game time. I tell you all the time, we're about to turn up. The USGP was full of all types of things. Full of shenanigans, full of Mad Max Verstappen run you off track, full of Ferrari making a type of comeback, full of Mercedes continue to prove us today that car still is a bit far away from ever being a title or driver's championship contending machine. So I'm going to let you know how the rules go, how the process goes, how the format goes, how you become part of the content creation. F1 minute, I'm going to say, is for you. It is not really for me. I talk all week, talk in the weekend. This is for you to have your opportunity to come on my content, my platform, the Wolfpack family embraces, share your perspectives, maybe have a bit of a debate, share some conversation. Be respectful. I will tell you this, quite a bit of few haters over there on Twitter probably won't make it over here to say a damn thing. And if they do, they better keep themselves in check or you will find yourself on the exit. Big shout out to Sylvia Witt Kelly, first in the live chat. Second is Mary Beanie, Incredible Facts Quest, not a family member yet, but hopefully you will become a family member. It's third on the podium. Racer X210 has to be excited about Ferrari doing what they do. We do have a chat up here already. Says, what's up, twin? What's going on? We got Uno in the chat. Hopefully he actually comes on. So I will tell you this. There is a link in the description. There is a link in the live chat. It is pinned. You will click that link. If you have a laptop or a qualifying machine, you will also be able to be part of the audience regardless if you're on phone, laptop, or tablet. But you can only make a call in as of right now until they update those systems with a laptop and I believe with a smart tablet, depending. All right, you get in there, make a call in. I'll see you call, kind of put your little information in as far as what you want to ask, and I'll bring you on screen. You'll get to say your piece. Roughly about 2 minutes or so. Don't try to go too over long-winded. We still got to share the platform, but I am going to say this. It's Monday. I'm an American. The NFL season is on. So if I'm the only one sitting up here talking, this is going to be a very short show. I already told y'all earlier in the live, I'm going to spend some family time. A lot of things been going on in the family. All right. A lot of things have happened in our family. Even this past week, you know, suffering another loss in the family. So big shout out and condolences on that part. And then you already know a week this past weekend, anniversary for me, not very a good situation. Sylvia Witt Kelly says, I hear Toto been running his mouth about their biased in the steward's decision. Pity he couldn't defend Lewis in AD 2021. Many people share that same exact thought, just in different construction that Mary Beanie that Sylvia Witt Kelly just shared. You are boisterous and very loud right now, Toto. Where were you when Lewis Hamilton needed you? Where were you doing then? You know. So we got Baraka. What up, broski? We got Baraka in the house. Yeah, people want to know where you were. So listen, it's time to call in. All right, you already know the topics. You see them filtering. We can jump all around. Talk about what you want to talk about. Let's get in. Baraka says, I got to address a statement. Baraka, my brother, is coming to the stage.
Yo. Can you hear me first?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you. I can hear you. Where your video at?
Oh, it's coming.
Okay, go ahead.
So first off, there's a statement I got to address.
All right.
First off, I hate to do it to you. I know you're my brother and all that.
Yeah, go ahead.
But on a Saturday afternoon, it was qualifying.
Yes.
Words were said by me. Yes, Wolfpack.
Yes.
Again, I hate to do it to you, man.
Don't hate to do it, brother. It's okay. We still gonna be cool after this, man.
But some words were uttered, and I quote, "Hook 'em." Again, I don't want to do it to you, brother. I really don't. But and for those in the chat, that don't know what we're talking about, there was a game. There was a game
in the same city and state as the Formula 1 GP.
Exactly, in the same state. They're probably what 30
Did
minutes?
I do this when I said it though? Did I do that? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
okay.
All right. You was a jackass. Oh my gosh, brother.
How about the Bulldogs?
How about them?
How about them?
Hey, I'm all about integrity, brother. Like, hey, they won that game. But you know what I got to do, man? Because you my brother. And you kept it real with me. You know what I'm saying? You had to come on here and kind of check me like, bro, you said this. I got to do something for you. I'm going to take care of you, bro, because that fucking hat you got on is whack as hell. So this is what I need you to do.
All right.
I need you to send me that Addy, brother, and I'm going to send you a Wolfpack hat. Which one you got now? You got the red one or the purple one?
I don't got a Wolfpack hat yet, man.
You don't? All right, just send me the Addy, bro. I got to see you because I can't have you walking around with that shit. I don't care what I said. I was wrong. They got their ass whipped, and I ain't making no excuses, but I got to cook my bro with a better hat than that. So I'm going to send you a Wolfpack hat, brother.
Appreciate it. and again, for those who don't know, Georgia beat Texas 30-15.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can say this, but it was belt to butt or belt to ass, as we say in the South.
It was not a pretty picture. I was pretty upset in here in this room. And
I want to talk about Max.
Okay.
But there's a certain team principle there too.
Okay.
And you know what? I don't want to be petty. I really don't.
Okay.
But he was at the game too, and oddly enough, they had the same colors. One was a tad bit lighter, you know. Zach Brown.
Oh man.
Again, I don't want to do this to McLaren and all that. I don't want to do this to Lando because you know the current regulation and rules about overtake. Yeah, the current way the rules have been interpreted, Max can easily exploit. But Lando is a collateral damage on my pettiness. Because I'm being petty today.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. You and your petty
you know what? Because I'm reasonable. I always want to give the benefit of the doubt to Max, Lando, and all the. Nah, today I'm being petty. I'm being petty. You know, because there were drivers there. Stroll was there too with the Texas jacket.
That's what happened, man.
I was ready for his
mediocrity. Mediocrity was over there on Texas side, man. It was
exactly.
Damn.
So
you know who was out there for Georgia though?
Who? Quavo.
I thought they ain't like. I thought they ain't want to be like rappers though, bro.
No. Oh, Kirby Smart is cool with Quavo. Kirby Smart is cool with Quavo.
Hey, you want to know something? Kirby Smart flew in on a helicopter to see one of my youngins trying to recruit him here in Georgia. So yeah, Kirby Smart. He flew down in a helicopter, land on the field, and all that, brother.
Hey, I'm telling you, Kirby Smart know what he's doing. But Zach Brown, I don't want to do this to you, you know. And again, Lando's collateral damage. But when I saw that picture on that night, I said, and I uttered the words, I hope Lando, because I saw Pia was back in the grid. So I knew, I hope Lando don't get podium.
Dude.
I got receipts.
You got receipts, okay.
Stroll, I knew Stroll. I saw Stroll with the jacket and I said, you know what? He's going to do it to himself anyway. It gives me more reason to, prey on that downfall.
Gotcha.
But Zach, again, I hate to do it. I really do.
Don't, man. You Showtime shine, baby.
But it's my time to shine.
It's your time shine.
This is the rare occasion where I'm like this.
This in his bag. This man in his bag. Sip it. Go ahead.
Lando didn't make podium. By way or by fire, Max had to do what he had to do. It's like I don't condone what Max is doing, but yesterday I was like, thank God, because I was gonna sit with the Lando podium after I uttered those words when I saw Zach saying hook him.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I got you.
The only what's that actor that was in Twisters? I forgot his name.
Oh man, don't dump on Kevin McConaughey, man.
I love McConaughey. I really
like
do.
McConaughey, man. Don't do it. Man.
I love him too.
He teach there, man. He teach the kids, man.
I do. I understand. He's there for a good cause.
Yeah, man. Don't do that.
I got to do it though.
Lawyer, man. Come on, man.
I got to do it.
Matthew McConaughey, brother, you gonna go there? He's been there when they was winning and when they losing. You gonna do Matthew McConaughey like that?
I understand the loyalty and I respect him.
Okay.
But again, I'm in my bag today, baby. I'm being petty.
All right, you being petty. Go ahead.
I'm being petty.
Okay.
All I gotta say is, first off, you saw Kirby's reaction post game.
Yeah, man. You know what, man?
You don't want. Hey, listen. You don't want to angry Kirby Smart.
Yeah, man. Kirby went a little far talk about they try to cheat us, man. Come on,
man. Listen.
They ain't try to cheat you.
For those who don't understand what we're talking about, our head coach, who was an understudy to the Nick Saban of Alabama.
True.
Every time he gets angry, it's always guaranteed the next game, which is Florida. It could be possibly belt to ass again.
Yeah. Could
be. So So praise to the rest of the SEC.
Yes.
I ain't praying for them. I'm gonna watch their downfall happen. But again, Zach, I hate to do it again. Lando, I don't want to do it, but you're just collateral.
Okay. Collateral damage.
But anyone associated with Texas that night, I was rooting for y'all downfall.
Damn. Well, rightfully so. You earned it. You know, I gotta let you in your bag, man. I need to let you enjoy your win, your victory lap, brother. I'm gonna let my brother have his victory lap.
Oh, I have to do this, man. I'm sorry.
Oh man, you gotta go that far. Brother.
Because on ESPN they cut a hole in the Georgia jersey. I saw they cut a hole and put it on the cannon. It's like,
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair game. That's fair game.
And then you know, I didn't forget what the Longhorn did to Uga a few years back, trying to charge at Uga for no reason. Uga is a peaceful bulldog. He's just
Uga
there
not
vibing.
even supposed to be alive, man.
Hey.
Natural selection say them dogs supposed to be dead. They ain't supposed to be
Hey,
dead,
bro,
man.
he is royalty down here. You from the state, man. You should know
Yes,
this,
man. I know, but you gotta admit, you see a dog like that, you think it's an ugly ass gremlin trying to do something. So you can't blame him, man.
Take those words back.
I'm just saying, man. They snorting everywhere. So, man, what you got to say about the Max thing, man? Before we get Kenny B in here. I love the way we opened up the show.
Yeah. I'm at a point in which people are saying currently the FIA has been giving Max like this currently. But he's been doing this since he first came to F1. There's races when it goes unpunished, and there's races when he's rightfully punished. If I was the people, I'm at this point, don't be mad at Max. Be mad at the people enforcing the law. At this, it's always don't hate the player, hate the game. At this point,
I can feel that.
Cause Max has been here for like 8 plus years now, and it's still kind of the same. It's still kind of the same thing. So I'm at a point. It's like people's like, "Oh man, Max, why'd you do it?" Hey, bro, if there's a system to exploit as a sports guy, low key, some people may like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." Some others say, "You know what? Let me just push the envelope." Max is on that side of pushing that envelope. Sometimes is it too far?
Yeah.
There is too far. There is such thing with Max as too far. Even I said it too on a couple of episodes too. But I'm at the point is like, if you want consistency, y'all better clamor the FIA is like, hey, let's set the law now. Make it clear as day. Don't allow any gray areas or loopholes to happen. And I know in motorsports it's hard.
You're right. I don't think in this case though. I think in this case
it's a lot easier now.
Right.
But it's like make that overtaking rule, because people is like saying it's like, you know, he went off track. Other fans like he was ahead of the apex, so it was like yada yada. Late. Right. I'm not going deep into that side. Right. I'm just here just to say my eyes are at the FIA. Meaning
you trying to say the FIA is the epicenter? Yeah,
the epicenter. Right. It's like make it clear as day. Some people say, "Oh, it's already clear enough." You know, it doesn't matter. Meaning, it's like the fact that drivers, mind you, other drivers have been same race, did the same thing. Some went unpunished. Some did get punished. You know, people look at George right. got punished.
You could look at Max too with Carlos though.
Yeah,
Carlos
Max too
at the apex.
Yeah, Carlos and they didn't give Carlos any. So it's like it's that inconsistency.
Right.
So
they
it's like
Max nothing either for damn really staying ahead, going ahead off track. You know, Carlos is at the apex.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
See, but I think that's where people's problem comes in is when the similar setup happens with Max and he does it, then he's going unpenalized. So it still does lead back to where you said the FIA, right?
Yeah, but exactly.
Still, we got this whole thing with Max, and I did say this earlier. I'm gonna let Kenny B come on before I say this because I know you're gonna come back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this. In the end of it all, death by receiving is still a crime. And on top of that, this is not helping Max's legacy. It's not. It's not helping Max's legacy. It's actually not going to age well. It's not going to age well because 2021 is already fucked up. It's funky as hell. It's bad as molded cheese. Nobody would buy it in as mold as it is. 2022, you got the cost cap. That ain't looking good. 2023, people still hanging on, looking at the lingering over the cost cap. But now 2024, you got asymmetrical braking, and now you got lowering the car within park firme. So I'm just saying it ain't looking good. But I want you to hold that because I want you to come back and let me know what you think about that. I'm going to let Kenny B come up real quick.
Got you.
And don't forget to send me the Addy so I can send you the hat.
Hey, I'll do it right now.
That's a bet. That's a bet. He said I'm gonna do that shit right now. We got Kenny B coming to the stage. Kenny B, you already know he about to drop some bars out here. Kenny B, what's up, my brother? Give me a mic check.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, what's up, bro? What you got? I heard you say. I
Well,
seen you say nothing new.
yeah, well, Baraka was in his bag, number one. Okay, he brought petty to a new level. I thought I was petty. I thought I was petty last year with him. Okay,
Hey man, you might have schooled him to some shit because Baraka was like,
he turned
I
on
think
you.
the
I was
last time
like,
you told
wow.
him to cheat, steal, lie, he took that shit personal.
Yeah, I ain't mad about that. That's cool. Yeah.
Right.
I need to touch on something that we covered last month.
Let's go.
There was a person in the chat saying they can't listen to this crap.
Yeah. I remember. I checked. I remember.
This, originally, I really didn't have a problem with him. Okay. I was just like, look, you got a problem, get on the air. Get on camera. Okay, but there's a deeper problem than that. The deeper problem is, I think what he was really saying, and this is just my interpretation, is that
I think I know where you're going.
not everybody is interested in hearing all the technical garbage that comes with racing in Formula One.
True.
Some of us just want to talk about personalities and what we think we see in the race and all this and all of that. My response to that is, this is why our kids ain't interested in high-tech stuff, ain't interested in science and math, because that's what this is. This is science and math. This is higher learning shit. That's what's going on with these cars. And when everybody's sitting there talking about what they think is going on behind closed doors with Lewis and why they keep sending him a fucked up car and it's always out of balance and all this and all that, that's some really difficult shit.
Right.
If you really understand what's going on. So my question to that person is, what are you teaching your kids? Because this is what you should be teaching them. At the earliest possible age to get them into engineering and science, because that's where the future is.
Right.
Okay, this is why they're talking about, it's okay to import immigrants with higher learning, but no, we don't want to educate our people that we got here.
Oof. Man, bag drop, Kenny B.
Okay, so I covered that quickly. I didn't want to get too far off into it, but sitting back, I had a month to think on that, and it bothered me.
Yeah, I see.
And this is what Hamilton 44's charity is all about.
Right.
Getting our kids more involved in things like this.
STEM programs. Right.
STEM programs, all of this at the earliest possible age, because we keep putting the starting line further and further and further back. How the hell are we supposed to catch up if each generation starts further back?
Facts, bro. Facts.
It starts with us, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, all right. Well, I just wanted to cover that. Now,
I'm 100% with you.
Baraka, he was in his bag, boy. I ain't gonna touch that.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let him have it for the night.
I'm gonna let him have that. I don't even disregard his comments about Max, because we all know this. If Charlie White was here, they'd have been stomped on his ass.
True. I believe
Okay. Now, the bottom line issue is, it ain't the regulations that have changed. Okay, the rules are still the same. It's how they're interpreting them. Okay, they can switch words around to put their opinion on it, and then they co-sign it with the fact that, hey, I was a Formula One racer. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That everybody else ain't got common sense and can't see?
Supposed to mean, right?
Look, the bottom line issue is there are a couple of rules about passing in the turning lanes, right? You cannot change direction under braking. You can't make a double move.
Correct.
You can't cause a collision.
Correct.
Those are 3 rules that we know have never changed about racing in Formula One, right?
Correct.
Max is eliminating one of them right off the rip. Okay, once he feels that you are close enough to take that inside line, he cuts it off.
Cuts it off. Correct.
But it's a pre-motivated decision that he is still going to brake late and take the entire apex, and he does not care if he runs you off the road. This is the problem that the other driver. This is the problem I had with Lewis in 2021. Hit that motherfucker. Hit that motherfucker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because now you take the power away from the stewards.
Thank you.
This is the real problem here. Nobody's holding them accountable to what the rules say. Just like when they came up with that bullshit with Lewis, there was a racing incident. Max was
when Max
14 tires through the turn.
Locked up all the way. No control of the car.
Thing that's not talked about. Every driver has a right to make the turn.
Right.
And stay on track.
And in control of your vehicle.
Well, he was never in control. Oh,
never
and
in control.
That's the fifth one. Okay, if you want to overtake somebody, you need to be in control of your car. If you have a collision with somebody and you're not in control of your car, it's automatically your fault.
It is.
They just totally disregarded that. It was like, really? So Lewis didn't have a right to turn, and he wasn't responsible for being in control of his car. Okay.
Nonsense.
And this gets to the real crux of the matter. The real crux of the matter is Max and his father has come real buddy-buddy with a lot of former racers who knew his father, may have raced with his father, and these stewards were flying around in his private plane from race to race until Lewis said something about that shit.
You did bring that up previously, too.
Okay, so the bottom line issue is they all cricket. It's some bullshit, some straight up bullshit. And I don't understand why the other drivers don't just hold their fucking line.
I don't either, Kenny B. I said it this weekend. Hold your line and put gun to head, one bullet in the chamber, and force Max. Either you going to DNF both of us or you going to give me this space.
Because the one thing that the stewards can't lie about is the telemetry. He did get his nose in Max's before the X. Max just tried to speed into the turn and didn't care about making the turn. Didn't care about going off track. Didn't care about causing a collision. So if Max is going to force the issue, let him force it.
There you go. There you go. Let him force it. That's what I say, bro. Let him force it. Hit me. Hit me, motherfucker. Let's go. Lando ain't learned his lesson. Lando ain't learned. Lando done went back there, said one thing, then come back talking about Max ain't got to apologize and Max didn't do nothing wrong. They got to stop this, bro.
They got to stop being nice to him. First of all, Lewis even put it kindly. He was like, they asked Lewis about driving against Max back in like 2016, 2017. Lewis said, he took the diplomatic approach. Because Lewis ain't going to really tell what he feel and what he know and what he think until he retires. True. Okay, because he know that they come with their backlash. Okay, but the bottom line is he took the high ground and said, with Max, you have to give him more room than you give others. Mm-hmm. And he said that in a news conference. I'm like, for what? Then he started 2021 running Lewis off the track, making contact and bumping him off track. Okay? And Lewis had enough. And he said, I'm holding my ground. And when he went to his race, Silverstone, he's like, nah.
Yeah.
This ain't having it.
You ain't having
it like this.
And he called him a weakling.
So I took too much time. I'm sorry.
No, you good, brother. You good, man. You good. I'm about to bring you back on. You got to come back on. I'm about to give somebody else a chance, but I know you about to cook. Baraka about to cook tonight too. Here, DG Big Blue coming in. Let's get him in real quick. Kenny B's in the house. We glad about that. DG Big Blue says, "What up, fam?" And thanks, DG Big Blue. What's popping, my brother? What's popping? What's happening with you?
Can you hear me? Mic check.
Yeah, mic check, bro. You good?
Hey, thanks for to all the participants in the giveaway, keep at it. It was a good thing. And thanks for the wheel spin. But this weekend's race was kind of interesting because Lewis going on the third lap. That was kind of a shocker. But I thought it was kind of, if it wasn't him, I thought it was going to be Russell because of the way the car was acting all weekend during free practice one and the quality.
Right.
And the car's been unstable. It's been unbalanced this whole season. And they talking about they got a fix for it next year, but it's like you've been in his rules now for almost 3 years, and it's always been next year. So
right,
we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Ferrari look like they're on the come up. They look like they made some changes that we'll see.
But, but Blue, ain't it always that? It's like every time Ferrari have Pete, it's like, oh, they on the come up, and then what happens in the next couple races? They disappoint us. So until I see it over like a 3-race span, I just can't. And they run out of time, really, man. Right. These peaks and highs and lows is crazy. But man, also, man, I was into what you were saying at first. Big shout out, congratulations, DG Big Blue won the Lewis Hamilton collector's item, got sent out today. So congratulations to you on that too, brother.
And I stand by what I said about Aston Martin. Like you see how they falling behind the field, right? Yes. I really don't think they're going to be able to do anything to 2026 when they become an actual works team for Honda.
Oh, bro, for real. Talk your shit real quick.
Because like I told you, when these regulations came, they was up there with Red Bull. I said it's not going to last. It's a fluke because they didn't understand the design as well, right?
You did.
And they just like McLaren got a grip on the design. They're using Mercedes power. All they got is the power unit like Williams, right? But they don't understand the aerodynamics with their car. And so until they become a works team with Honda and have an actual in-house engine development, I don't think they're going to move up the field. They're going to keep taking those steps back.
Man, you want to know something? You might really have a point. Because I do think it's something to, first of all, I think people might be underestimating the challenges that come along with now incorporating all your own parts and getting them to work versus, I understand you're limited with parts as a customer, but there are parts that are proven already by that team, and then you just kind of putting together a Lego set. Right now, they putting together a whole custom piece. Like, so we got to figure out the monocoque, the chassis, the drive line, everything. We're trying to make this come together. I think people might be underestimating that, overvaluing what Adrian Newey could bring in such a situation like that, because there's going to be some growing pains there. Adrian Newey's going to do his job. Alonso's going to do his job. A person who's going to do his job, who's doing a horrible job, is Lance Stroll, and you ain't changing that.
Right.
So without two drivers, I think we just saw Red Bull lose hold of the Constructors' Championship. They're not even going to have that. Lance Stroll just is not a good enough driver. So I firmly think that you might be on something. It's going to be, I want you to keep that in mind too, 2026, so you can bring that back when we do this, and you can, I told y'all motherfuckers type moment.
And I just wanted to say real quick, Haas is behind the scenes, low key doing some sneaky stuff, man. Like the development with Toyota Racing. Man, we've been playing Gene for a while now, right? And as soon as he got rid of Gunter,
Komatsu been doing the same, man. He been it seemed like something, but I ain't gonna be too good in it because I still gotta wait, because Toyota wasn't a damn thing when they was in. Haas ain't been a damn thing, and sometimes I guess if you multiply two negatives, you get a positive. But I gotta see if it's gonna be that, man. I gotta see first, man, because both of them was dumpster fires, and you just put two dumpster fires together. I don't know what kind of fire we got, but I will say this: you're exactly right, and I've even said it on live stream. It does seem we literally are watching Haas finishing points, I believe, more than they finished last season.
They've been finishing points every race. So
it's crazy, right? So there is something definitely positive going there, and I'm going to credit Komatsu because I think he comes in with a mentality, some structure, different things that Gunther wasn't doing. Now he's working this deal with Toyota, and I like that too. I like that because I ain't going to even front. I think, and I say this for a reason. I think that if Visa Cash App Red Bull do not pay Yuki his respect and give him the opportunities and treat him as so, I think that there could be a landing spot there for him at Haas with Toyota, another Japanese coming in for infrastructure. I do. And I would hope that Yuki would get that chance, because I think Yuki needs a fair chance as a driver, because he's made some growth, and I think all the time they keep discrediting him. Every time they get somebody else, they the number one driver without even sitting in the damn seat yet. Nick DeVries ain't even sitting in the seat. He the number one driver. Liam Lawson come in, he the number one driver. Danny Rick come back, he washed, but he the number one driver. And I think that's disrespectful. And I think this weekend, hearing what we heard from Yuki demanding an answer on why he was where he was based off what happened, I think even Yuki feels that way. So I think they need to be very careful about that. Right, disrespected. DG Big Blue, you got to come back on. I'm about to bring Uno up real quick, all right? All right, big shout out DG Big Blue Navy, hoorah. We got Uno coming to the stage. Let's go, Uno. Let's go.
Check 1, 2. Can
Yeah,
you hear
check
me,
1, 2.
bro?
You good, Uno? Go, bro. Go. He got the shirt on. Let's go.
Good
Uno
to
in
be
the
back,
house,
man.
brother. What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm okay. I'm all right. I've just been like rolling, doing what I can. You know, as I said, Wednesday coming up, I'll be about the 5'8", 5'8", and I don't look that great.
Right.
But anyway, let's get on to what we were talking about, the race.
Bet.
Because apparently, as Baraka and also Kenny made a good point about how we see this race,
Right.
Max has got to get punished. He cannot be going away like a kid taking the candy and just let him off. Right? Because all this time it is setting a bad example. Because even in the press conference, my guy did a shameful thing when it was the question about the race. A question when he ran off Lando and could he explain the reason? You know what the guy went? No. And no. It is what it is. It's all part of the race. And therefore, this is all I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Everyone is doing the same thing. So why are you asking me that? Like, and that attitude don't set an example to the kids of the generation today. And as what Lewis said, how can you be a race icon to the generation that is looking up upon you to absolutely say, I like this guy? But no, that's not a good thing. And to carry this on too lengthwise, and a comment was made about Charlie Whiting. God knows that man is turning in his grave. Because also, a man who stepped in the shoes, we all know begin like Eminem, right? But he ain't no goddamn sweets. I would throw that in the freaking bin if anyone offered me that guy. Because at the end of the day, he set a bad example, but he should at least carry the torch. Because Charlie Whiting trusts this man, taught this man, and showed him the ropes. So where on earth can he go and break the rules and change it to his perspective for what? To bring in a good sport at the end of the finish, when basically, if it was under Charlie Whiting, Lewis would have won that 8-time championship right there and then. And it would be a history in the making. But no, because of what Jonathan Wheatass and Jerk Horner, they're all crying out. They always crying out because why? They're just like the actual drink. I need to have wings, man. I got to make my sound. And that's what they done. They made that stupid ass sound and then complain to the man who goes, yeah, I'll see what I can do about that, mate. You know, we'll have a look into it and then see what we can possibly do from there. So just leave me to it, okay? And then what he go and do? He go and shorten the length of the field where the guys were working on the track because there's still debris. And then all of a sudden, we got to the finish just like this. And what Karun Chandok said, had that Massey did exactly what was supposed to be done, put it on the red flags, that 5 minutes would have been sitting there waiting, and everybody won't even bother to, complain, moan, because why? It's still in the game. And above all, if it was any other sports, right, they pause that game, get on with the field, do whatever's on there necessary, and then when they come back, the game will continue. So why did not this man do the same thing and save that 5 minutes, take that red light, and, get the guys in to clean up the field? Why didn't he do so? That's what Karun Chandok said. This Massey didn't do exactly that, and now look what it's cost. And everybody, including Mary and everyone, myself, everyone was like, what the hell just happened there? What the heck just went wrong there? And then you can hear the two guys, as I said, the hummingbirds, were all flapping. You're the champion, Max. You're the champion.
Right.
Really?
So let me ask you this, Uno. Let me ask you this.
Go on.
How do you feel right now? And I'm going to ask you this before I bring somebody up, and I want you to come back up again. But I want you to answer this question real quick. Right now, do you feel more responsibility should lie on a driver who knows he's basically theft by receiving and doing something that is totally with low integrity? And or do you blame more on the FIA who are responsible for governing this sport? Or do you see both sides collaborating together in a very
The
uncharacteristic, low
third
integrity?
one.
Okay, that's what.
The
Okay,
third
all
one.
right. So
Because
that's what I thought you
basically,
said.
let me just finish this bit.
Do that.
The third one says it exactly right.
Okay.
Both parties are pulling and pushing, but the main thing is, if you're pulling that same rope, just damn well pull it together. Because the main thing is, you're setting a prime example in a sport that is really the icon of the universe. Is what they call the World Championship. Not the world based on who the driver's going to be. Not the world based on the rules. It is called the World Championship for everyone to endure and then see who's going to be the champion.
All right, people. We got a situation with Uno. We're gonna go ahead and get him out. Yo, big shout out for Uno even coming up. You know, it's been a minute since Uno been here. Big shout out to the bro. Let's go ahead and get somebody else in here while Uno's frozen, or either that or it's, you know, they just killing us right now on the stream. So I will say that actually we'll put Uno down there. So yeah, we're gonna see what's going on. Big shout out to everybody participating. Let me say this though. Let me say this. All right. It's very, very funny. Some of you all can't see it because y'all are not in the chat in the audience. But we got a certain somebody behind the scenes in the live chat saying a lot of things. Nasty Stu is checking them. You know, Nasty Stu checking them like you should. But Lim, you in the live chat. Go ahead and call on in. Let's see what you got to say. You in the live chat. Go ahead and call on in. Let's see what you got to say. Go ahead and come front center. Don't hide in the chat. Don't do none of that. You want to say something? That's what we're here for. That's what this thing is here for. This is what I do F1 Minute for. So if you want to come in and let's talk. Let's see what you got to say about the topics that we got at hand. But I am going to also tell you something, brother. I'm going to also tell you something, brother or woman, whatever the case may be. Don't touch personal shit when it come about my family outside you saying condolences. All the other funny stuff that you put on the back end of that, I'm telling you, save that. But if you got something you want to say, come up and say it. Don't try to criticize anybody else that's got the heart, that's got the mindset, that's got the knowledge, or the bronze to come up here on public platform and have a conversation. So Lim, that's what I'm saying, bro. You back there doing your thing. Come on up and say what you got to say front and center. Oh, okay. All right, it's quiet. It's quiet right now. All right, so let's go ahead. What do y'all feel about McLaren? How do y'all feel about Lando? We talked this weekend about Lando not having that dog in him. I don't see that dog in Lando. And to me, it seems like McLaren are consistently operating at times like a midfield team. I'm not anywhere near excusing Max's actions. You heard Baraka talk about it a little bit. I want Baraka to come back up so we can have a conversation about that. He in his bag tonight. Congratulations. UGA did beat Texas. I'm still going to hold the hook 'em horns up like this. You got Kenny B has talked about several different aspects of Max's career, Formula One, technical engineering, even on the back page of things. All right. Let's talk about McLaren, because even though Lando was ran off track, we have to acknowledge Lando closed a 6-second gap within a few laps. Why did they lie to Lando? And even if they felt, they definitely didn't for sure know. We saw the video. I was not even certain that Lando was ahead at any point at Apex. But why do they consistently make decisions that just flush Lando's ability to win a race down the toilet, on top of Lando making decisions that show he does not have that dog in him to race against Max Verstappen? Something's got to come up. Something has to improve. Either McLaren has to do better with making decisions and advising their driver, or Lando's got to start stepping up and being that dog. It is what it is, Kenny B says. Kenny B says it is what it is. I'm bringing Kenny B up right now. Kenny B coming up right now. Mechanic Mercedes on the super chat says Piastri would have gotten Max. I think that something was off with Piastri this race, but I think if Piastri's in the same situation, Lando, I got a little bit more faith that Piastri would have done maybe what me and Kenny B were talking about. But we have to see when he really get in that situation. Kenny B, what you got, brother?
Look, everybody's. I see where the tone of the conversation is right now, and it's whether or not it's just the stewards that are involved in all of this cheating scandal, or is the FIA playing a part in it too? Rather than, just make accusations, I would rather talk about the actual evidence.
That is your point of view,
And the actual evidence is, before Charlie White died, he saw Max using these tactics, and he called him in and told him, I will red flag you for a race if you pull that shit again. Double moves in the brake zone. All of that crazy driving. He was like, look, you're going to hurt somebody. And a fucking kid, and this is why we shouldn't let kids in Formula One. You remember that?
Yep.
It was when Max,
Yep.
it was like his first year at Red Bull or something like that.
Right.
Something like that. Anyway, regardless. So there's that. Then there's Abu Dhabi. Well, all the stuff that led up to Abu Dhabi with the
putting the car on his head and all types of shit. We got all types of
no, with the stewards not calling.
you talking about just
not calling
shit.
shit.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, and it was perplexing. It's like, hold it, wait. How come y'all not calling Max on nothing? Y'all gave Lewis 2 pig penalty, 3 pig penalty penalties in Russia for just a start in the start lane.
Oh, that's right. When they did the practice start, he called. They was like, "Hey, you can go ahead and do it." That's right. Sure did.
Yes, they gave him 2 penalties on that.
Sure did.
And as a matter of fact, it might have been 5 position grid penalties. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Okay, but then when it comes to Max, oh well, that's racing. Oh, they're just going at each other. All this and all that. It's like, that's bullshit. Okay, he was pushing Lewis all around the track, and Lewis finally said to himself, I'm going to put my foot down. He's like, I am always known as a fair driver. People don't mind racing wheel to wheel with me because they know I'm going to be fair. And if I feel I did something wrong, I'll admit it. If I feel I ran somebody off the track, I'll admit it. Like he admitted to Albon when they had a collision, he took the blame for it.
He did.
He took the penalty for it, and he took the blame for it in the press conference of the race when Albon was with Red Bull. Remember?
He did.
Okay, so Lewis's honesty on the track is unquestionable. Okay, the penalty that they called on Lewis for having a collision when all 8 tires from both drivers were on track. Neither of those 2 cars touched the white lines inside or outside. They were both on track making that right turn.
True.
So to call him for having a collision because he was on the inside, you said he missed the apex. Well, what the fuck did Max do? But let's get back to Abu Dhabi. That was the stuff leading up to Abu Dhabi. Then finally they got caught on their bullshit and they had to do something because everybody was like, look, what the fuck? You can't just let him bulldog his way to a championship and run the other drivers off the track. Especially after Brazil. So they had to call him on it. And then he runs into the back of Lewis, where at Saudi Arabia was it? The race after Brazil in 2021. Okay, they finally decided when they didn't call the penalty on him in Brazil. The race after, I think it was in Saudi Arabia, but it was in the Middle East somewhere.
That wasn't a brake check, was it?
No. He claimed that Lewis brake checked him.
Right.
Because he got a penalty. And he wanted to stay behind. He wanted to stay in. He wanted to get behind before getting the DRS to the DRS zone.
Right.
And Lewis was like, no, I ain't going for the banana in the tailpipe.
Right.
Then he hit his brakes and stopped on track, and Lewis hit it. It was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then they gave him another penalty on top of that because he did on top of breaking Lewis's wing, and he had to stop and get a wing.
Yep.
It's like, come on, really? But the real evidence is in Abu Dhabi. What people did not know was going on. I mean, we could see with our own eyes. This was bullshit that they was pulling. Mm-hmm. Okay, we knew the rules because we've been watching this go on all season long. Okay, when there's an accident, it doesn't matter what else is going on. They need to clear. If anybody's got to get on track, it's got to be red flag. It's got to be at the very least a safety car.
Yeah.
At the very least, safety car.
Marshals and everything.
Red Bull didn't want a red flag because Lewis could have got fresh tires, and nobody was stopping Lewis. He's up front with fresh tires. Nobody's stopping him.
No.
Okay, they need the advantage that they worked up that day. And what people don't know is Jonathan Wheatley being good friends with Massey. They're the same age, and they were always around for ever since before Massey got that job, when he was under Charlie Whiting. Okay? But it gets worse. Only after Toto dropped his objection and his official complaint against Massey and the FIA did the real truth come out. The things that Jonathan Wheatley was saying to Massey on the radio, telling him, you do not need to wait till the safety car gets all the way around to restart the race.
Right.
Oh, can you clear all these cars in between Max and Lewis out because they're in the way? And then they turn around and just cleared those 5 cars?
Right. Order was all
and said, screw the cars that were behind Max who had a right to go too.
Right. Unlapping
All
the car.
of this shit was on the radio. That and the fact that his boss, the team principal, Horner, was on there. They were just lying to Massey. Not that they needed to, because they already had him in the bag, okay?
Right.
But they were just straight up lying about the rules and then coming back on the press and saying, well, this was how we interpreted the rules. The same bullshit they do when they want to cheat on the regulations. You know how it is.
Right.
Okay, so this is the real evidence.
Make that point. We got a few more people trying to get in. Go ahead and make that point, brother.
Cut me off. I think I covered everything.
Okay.
I think I covered it all, didn't I?
Yeah, you covered some of it. We still gonna get back into it. I'm finna try to get Racer X210 in here because he ain't been in a while.
I like hearing everybody's perspective.
That's a bet. Appreciate you, brother, man. Racer X210, I need you to call back in, brother. I need Racer X210 to come back up front center. Baraka, we're gonna bring you up, and then if Racer X210, if you could call in, I'm gonna bring you. There go Racer right there. I'm finna let him up first because he hadn't been on. Baraka, then I'm coming to you, then Uno. Racer X210, I understand what it is. Ferrari 1 and 2, so I knew you was gonna have the swag on. I knew you was gonna have the shirt on, man. What's up, man? What you got to say?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. All right, Racer X.
Can y'all hear me? You can hear me? All right, cool. So, Ferrari 1, 2, top of the steps. Super happy for my team. I'm so glad Charles Leclerc went for it on turn 1. I was a little skeptical. He was going to probably not go for it. But when Lando and Max went a little too wide, Leclerc said, there it is. Got up in there. And he ran with it the entire race. I was so happy about that. I was like, he ran with it the entire race. Didn't make no mistakes. And like you said, a few episodes ago, he has his days, ups, downs, but going into this season, Leclerc needs to finish strong, and going next season, he needs to really get on it. Because last season, hold on, he finished...
Oh, my man got his notes.
P7. It was P7 last year. 151 points. That's not really good. As a Ferrari fan, I'm gonna admit that is not very good. But now he is up there. He is up there,
Baraka, you
P3
raised.
as of
Yeah.
right now.
He
And
is.
Carlos Sainz is not that far behind. That is showing good promise, but I'm not going to give it a full 100% send right now.
Okay.
They still
okay.
need to show they can finish in the top 3 for the rest of the season, because when next season rolls around, that SF25 needs to be locked, loaded, and ready to go. Because when the legend gets in that car, I want to see hell on that track. I want to see that red car just lapping, and Max Verstappen like, no, why?
Oh my gosh.
Because Max knows when Sir Hamilton has a car he can race with, he's a monster. And another thing, we all know Max is a bully in the schoolyard. We know this. But bullies don't like it when another bully steps up and hands them the business. And we
True.
know Sir Hamilton can handle that business. You give him the car, you give him the team, he can do it. Mercedes, y'all are on a downward spiral. Y'all are wrong. Y'all are scandalous, skeeving, backstabbing, all the above. When Ferrari gets up there, don't come into the winner's circle and be like, hey, Lewis, how you doing? Nah. You keep that negative energy back over there where it belongs. When y'all dissed me, saying I ain't got it no more, want to sabotage my ride, I'm done. I'm with this now. Don't come knocking on the door to celebrate in the big mansion party. No Diddy, of course.
Big shout
I had to
out,
throw that
Race
in there, I'm
X2T. Big shout out.
But super happy for Ferrari. I hope they keep this momentum going forward. I want them to finish the season strong. Multiple podiums back to back if they can. And 2025, I'm ready.
All right, that's a bet. Racer X210, excited about Ferrari. I was hoping he would come on. Like that is our resident Ferrari fan. Other people will be going over to Ferrari with Lewis Hamilton, but Racer X210 has already been with Ferrari and supporting Lewis Hamilton. So now he's just getting 2 awesome things in one place. Big shout out to everybody else. Baraka's coming up to the stage next. Baraka, appreciate you being patient, my brother. What you got, man?
So as what I said, shit happens with Lando. I don't believe he has that dog in him. He never did, to be honest. Yeah, he won races and he showed some potential. But I feel like he's just. You know the funny thing is, Max, Charles, Alex, and George are age mates. Really, they're all roughly around the same age.
Yes.
And out of those 3, only Max, say what you want about him bullying other people on track.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's like, I'm going to win this some way, somehow. He's like...
I give you that.
George,
He gonna do what Kenny B told you to do. Lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do in this debate, you make it happen. Right.
Yeah, it's like I would compare him to Eddie. For those who watch WWE, the late great Eddie the Guerrero. You know, he lies, he cheats, he steals. It's like, I lied.
Gee, I feel. Oh my gosh. This
He will do anything, and if you saw like how he wins his matches, he'll do anything and anything to win a match. And I feel that's what Max does.
Okay.
George, he's like the guy who would, want all the good stuff, and then tattles to the head principal is like, how comes I'm not getting this treatment, yada yada. Look what he's doing at Mercedes. It's like he's asking for preferential treatment. Charles is just Charles. He's gonna just slip it up. He doesn't. He's just like he doesn't have that dog in him. We all saw 2022. We all saw I remember actually earlier today. Someone says Charles got aura. It's a new word that is making the rounds on Twitter. And I quote tweeted saying, "I'm not gonna forget France 2022 when he bended," as the people across the pond says it. We all saw I saw France live in the flesh, at home, comfortable on my bed. After Max pitted to get fresh tires, and next thing you know, we see a yellow flag pop up, and next thing you know, we see a Ferrari. Not just any Ferrari, a number 16 Ferrari. In the wall. And the next thing you know, we hear a man from Monaco yelling. From there, he knew. It's done.
Yeah, it was a very screeching yell.
What I'm getting at.
This
None
the
of
same
them.
dude. Ain't that the same dude that wrecked Nicky Lauda car? Yeah, I think he wrecked Nicky Lauda car in Monaco.
Oh yeah, he did in Monaco. Yeah,
yeah.
From what he wrecked it on the slowest corners on Monaco too. So I can't take him serious.
I feel you.
So he doesn't have that dog. And on the topic of Ferrari,
Okay.
I gotta put my glasses back on.
Go ahead, bro. This shit, it's all you. Even me, Kitty B done said it's Baraka night. Go ahead.
My feet's up because I forgot the date, but on wee hours in the evening, I think it was wee hours in the morning in Japan. There was a well-known car brand that struck a strategic partnership with an American race team. The name of this car brand was Toyota. As you know, my reaction.
Yeah.
I was very happy. I know you saying you don't trust Toyota. I understand. I always said I want this redemption story. Every episode when I talk about Toyota, I have
been on that. You
I've
have been on
the
that. Even
redemption
before
story.
this even came a situation, you have been on that.
Exactly. And the first race, I know it's not an engine deal, but I always said this, they're doing it right this time. You know, we're taking baby steps. We're taking our baby steps because we learned our mistakes our first go around.
Okay.
We're gonna take our baby steps, send our engineers to Haas, so they could get a lay around, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I am praying to the Lord above that, because I know it's too late for manufacturers to come with an engine and all that.
Right.
So around 2030-ish,
Okay.
we might see another Japanese engine manufacturer on the grid.
Honda
And again, I don't want to do this to Honda because I do love Honda, but my love for Toyota is greater.
Okay. You know I got to ride with Honda.
Yeah, I saw your IG live the other day about, and all that. So yeah, shout outs to you.
Right. Appreciate you, brother.
Double points at sprint, off the bat, and a point, and then we in the points. Our highest, actually, fun fact, this is the highest Haas has been in their home race.
Well, they got a home race? Man, them red, white, and blue colors was Russian colors, brother.
My brother in Christ. This is a home race for Haas. Whatever happened in the past is the past. As the Lord once says, forgive and forget.
Forgive and forget. I got you. Okay.
Let me put this glass.
Put your glasses back on. Go ahead, bro.
And oddly enough, they are powered by a Ferrari engine for now. So I will be rooting for a Ferrari. But I hate to break the bad news.
Okay.
That Ferrari ain't gonna be red.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I know Lewis is there. All big shout outs to him. He's escaped purgatory at Mercedes. But I'm a man of my word. I said if Toyota comes back, I'm all in, baby.
Okay. All right.
It's like, don't get me wrong. I wish the best. I have my favorite drivers. Yes.
Got you.
Max is one of my favorite. Lewis is one of my favorites.
Got you.
I'm still rooting for Toyota Haas F1 team.
Okay, so hold on. Before I leave and let Uno have the last spot, because we ain't seen him in a while, I'm going to let Uno have the last word. Am I getting this right? I want everybody to hear this correct. Are you saying that Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari, Haas with Toyota, you are fully fledged going to support Haas?
Let me say this. I wish the best for Lewis at Ferrari.
Okay.
I wish the best for Max at whatever time he has left at Red Bull.
Okay.
Because again, those are my two favorite drivers on the grid.
Okay.
I know Yuki, he's a Japanese driver, but he's tied with Honda. So I'm praying to the Lord. Again, I'm praying to the Lord above that Aston Martin fumbles this Honda thing.
Okay.
Meaning, well, not Honda thing. I'm more praying that Stroll get the nepotism baby gets out of there and have Yuki see the light.
Gotcha.
But I can't trust Aston Martin.
You can't.
I really can't.
You can't.
Until Adrian Newey, whatever magic he does.
All right.
But I can't trust him just yet.
So say it.
But as of now, until the manufacturer leaves, the Ferrari team I will support is the MoneyGram Haas Toyota Gazoo Racing F1 team. Because I told you, again, I'm a man of my word. I said I was rooting
Consistent.
I've been consistent. I said if Toyota comes back in any way, shape, or form, I'm there.
All right, and now there y'all hear it.
And I'm here.
From Baraka, Mr. Glasses UGA. Go ahead.
And I know you talked about Yuki might going to Toyota. As great it might be, it's going to be hard because he is a Honda for life.
Yes, yeah. When you made that point, I realized like, yeah, he is.
But there is a Toyota development driver in F2. If you guys haven't watched Super Formula last year, he done great. He's I think I don't want to butcher his name, but Ritimo Miyata.
Okay.
I hope I didn't butcher his name.
He already apologized for butchering his name. Excuse me, but y'all feel it.
He's a talent. He's getting his feet wet at F2, but he's been looking pretty good when given the chance.
Okay.
So
all right.
We already had our foot in the door through him. But now, Kenny, I know you said stop smoking, Baraka, but it's like, again, I'm a man of my word. I said it. I said this from even last season. Even last season. I said, if Toyota comes back, I'm there.
He's there.
And guess what? I'm here.
All right, there y'all hear it from Baraka.
Y'all be blessed and have a good night.
This is the Sunshades and the UGA hat. Congratulations, brother. Don't forget to get with me so I can send you that hat.
Oh, yeah, I DM'd you, my Addy. And also, before I leave,
what's up?
Shout out to the Dodgers. I'm not a Dodgers fan and all that. I'm a Braves fan.
Okay.
But I couldn't see the Mets go to the World Series. That's one. I already talked about Texas, and I need Lamar Jackson to pull me a miracle tonight. Because again, I'm a Falcons fan. For people who don't know, even though we lost.
Got you.
I need that number one spot in the NFC South.
Got you.
So yeah.
I need some J.K. Dobbins to make about 20 points. So I'll get with you. Hey, Baraka said it, man. He ain't supporting Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen. Toyota come in, he with him. Uno, let's go ahead and give Uno a couple of minutes, and then we're about to dip up out of here. Uno, you got the last couple of minutes. Kenny B, brother, I do appreciate you. I'm going to let Uno have the stage if he is coming up. And it is, hold on, Kenny B. All right, Uno.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. You got 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes. Make it rock.
2 minutes. 2 minutes is this. As I was saying about how the strategy go with Max and everything, but I did say something about the concept of the cars. You remember? I did indicate about the concept. I said from 2021 when everything was fine, and then they start bringing in the new change of the car. Didn't I say that things are going to be complicated before anyone can actually develop a great car?
You did.
What's happening right now? Yeah. Right. So there's my point, and there's the facts. Because right now, you see the changes done by Newey, but then now Red Bull kind of act stupid and go what? Belly up to go and get Honda. Then they go and drop Honda to try and get Porsche, and then Porsche got dropped, and then go back to Honda. So exactly, the concept of these cars are not easy like the 21 cars back in those 2020 times. But if you look carefully now, they stretch the cars and make the wheels more harder, definite, and the balance, lower downforce. Now this is where the problem comes in, and now you can see how hard it is, because why? Too many cost cap. And we never had that before. The race was all fine. Everyone was all sorting out their problems, all working out the car. Mercedes were doing great until you get the crybabies. But let's cut a long story short. If they keep this all balanced again and work out the strategies of every single format, apart from Red Bull, let them go back and stick with their drinks, because they're not a manufacturers. Honda is. So why not stick with the Honda team and change the name and stop calling it Red Bull? Because they're not a car manufacturer's team. They only provide the fuel of the drinks. So this is my way of finishing off in 2 minutes off, because at the end of the day, it don't make sense to cheer up a team that looks racist in a way, I would say, and secondly of all, ain't supporting people and showing the icon. And Baraka, I'm not dissing your man, but at the end of the day, he's got to know to set the format and don't be like his dad, because his dad has been carrying that format.
Good
so
job.
He's got to set the prime
Uno.
example. So that's my 2 minutes done, and that's what I wanted to say.
Good job. Fire on that, Uno. Kenny B, go ahead, give Kenny B 2 minutes. I'm giving Kenny B 2 minutes. Got to give him 2 minutes. Let him come in real quick, and then we closing out. Kenny B, go ahead, brother. I got to get you 2 minutes. Go, what you got?
Good drivers, bad cars.
You said
Good
what?
drivers, bad cars.
Got you.
All right, the bottom line issue is everybody said Lewis ain't all that because he's in the fastest car. Remember?
True.
Lando Norris said that. You know
True.
who checked him? The CEO, Zach
Yo.
Brown, and said, yo, you better check yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. Because the one thing that separates the good drivers from everybody else is consistency. When they get in the good car, they don't make mistakes. Now, Lewis might be having a problem with this whole regulation of cars.
Right.
Okay, because to start off with, the car was flawed. And he kept telling them, and they weren't listening. Okay? But the minute Max got into a car that he could exploit, oh, he's the greatest fucking driver in the world. So please explain to me how the greatest fucking driver in the world, he's better than every fucking body else, all of a sudden running into problems with this car that was winning races in the first half of the season.
Call it out, Kenny.
I don't give a fuck how good a driver you are. If you are not in a good car, you can't outdrive the car.
Damn.
You cannot outdrive a bad car.
That's a hot 2 minutes. Kenny B, get him. You still got 30 seconds, brother. Go ahead, take it up 30 seconds. Come on.
Look, Lewis came out and admitted this generation of cars is not good for his driving style. But he's proven that with the right balance, he can win. The problem is they still don't have the design of the car down pat because the setup window is still too narrow and they haven't figured out how to keep it consistent, how to open up that window. It just does not work with all tracks. Put that with the fact that they kept coming with new upgrades that weren't working, that made the car worse, like this weekend, like after Belgium. Okay, McLaren, after they did their last upgrade, did not bring the new upgrades and put them onto the car in the last, 4 to 6 races, because they were afraid of having what happened to the other teams happen to them. That's how delicate this whole balancing thing is. So everybody who's talking this shit about which driver is this, which driver is that, unless they're in the same fucking car, you don't know shit.
Woo! And on that note, Kenny B came out fire. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Giving Kenny B the 2 minutes right there. And Uno, that was double fire. Now listen, this is what I gotta say. All right, because we had somebody in the backfield in the chat. Cool. I saw your apology. All good in there, but didn't come on screen. We got people in the live chat that's saying things here, but they won't come on screen. We got people on Twitter when I posted what I posted, showing that Max Verstappen wasn't trying to make no turn. He was only trying to run Lando off, just like you see right here. But guess what? They didn't show up tonight to get on the screen. I'm just saying, people, I don't know how many content creators out here hold on YouTube to share their platform with the viewers. Love me, hate me, like me, don't, whatever the case, my Wolfpack fam gonna be behind me regardless. I'm still giving you the opportunity to come on, say what you gotta say, speak respectfully, because if you get crazy, I'm gonna cut you off anyway, and be part of a conversation that you're not allowed to be a part of beside in the comment section. But you know, y'all, my moderators invite you to do so. Kenny B has invited you to do so. Baraka has invited you to do so. Uno has invited you to do so. DG Big Blue has invited you to do so. Lord Chaos has invited you to do so. What you waiting on? You know what it is. Y'all know what it is. But listen, being said, tonight was absolutely fire. Uno came in. Baraka came in. We got Kenny Bugs came in. And I'm absolutely loving it. And so I really do appreciate them coming in to share their words on the platform. Big shout out to them. I can't wait for them to share it with us again. I mean, it's been absolutely awesome. So big shout out to everybody. We will be with y'all again. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube, but they do what they want to do anytime they want to do it. So, all right, peace and love, y'all. We out.